Our next presenter was the subject of the very first show Robin curated at the Frye, a show entitled Moonbeam Caress. Ladies and gentlemen, artist Joe Park.
Thank you. Thank you, Collier, for saying such great things about Robin so that I don't have to. Instead, I'd actually like to talk about myself, which is my favorite subject, and introduce you to my latest body of work. May I have my first slide, please? So, I painted this painting of Robin. I think I'm going to entitle it What I Did Over Snowmageddon 2012. And buried in my studio under a blanket of snow, I started to paint this, and I realized that I wasn't painting Robin so much as I was painting her clothing and her footwear and her asymmetry. And it kind of started to recall a memory bank of images, actually, like Coley was talking about going way back in time. I started to remember images of little mental snapshots of Robin walking around Seattle. I would be driving around Seattle, and I would always encounter this person who was elegantly dressed and purposefully driven, walking, good poise, good stride. I think color, white, was actually featured prominently in her wardrobe back then. I mean, it was just kind of this person that I would encounter. I didn't even know her at that point. It was before I had been introduced to her. But luckily, I did get introduced to her eventually, and we had the opportunity to work together. I got this phone call in, I think, 2004, and she called me up and said, "I'm the new curator at the Frye Museum. Would you like to be the first show that I curate there?" And I said no. Not really, you know. And luckily, she sat me down and she just explained to me where this ship had gone and how she was going to basically finagle the vectors and set it on this new course. And there was no specific programming, I don't think, at that point, but there was an inquiry about representation that she was going to do, and by golly, I got on that ship, and I'm very thankful for it. It was taking a skeptic and making him a believer in no time flat, and that is her power, that is her passion. I'm very grateful for it. You're a remarkable person. You're a visual treat. I made this painting for you. That's what I think of you.